HTC recently debuted their newest flagship, the 3rd generation HTC One, called M9. Now we've had hands-on of it, and Cam unboxed the international unlocked model, but here we have the US T-Mobile M9, so why not unbox it and take a brief look. Now I won't bore you with endless talk on the box. It looks rather similar to the international box you saw on Cam's unboxing, but it just has T-Mobile written next to the HTC One M9 logo, but other than that it looks identical to all the other boxes. Let's go ahead and lift up the lid to reveal the HTC One M9 sitting on the left with some information about HTC's uh-oh protection, which basically says if you break your phone within a year, they'll replace it. Or if you're really careful with your phone, they'll send you a $100 gift card towards the next HTC One purchase, so perhaps they're already talking about their HTC One M10. Now moving the phone aside, we'll reveal the charger and micro USB cable and a chunk of bounded paper with some words on it. Now moving back to the phone, well, this is the brand new HTC One M9, a phone you'll likely see plenty more times here on PhoneDog.com. And as you can see, we have the silver on gold model, which I have to say looks rather good. Up front we have a 5-inch IPS LCD3 display for resolution of 1920 by 1080, surrounded by a very nice aluminum unibody construction. There's also a 5 ultra pixel front-facing camera, and we mustn't forget the 2 boom sound speakers, which are now powered by Dolby Digital. The speakers are a little smaller in size when compared to the HTC One M8, but we have been assured that they sound even more loud and better sounding. Now turn this guy over to the sides and we'll find your SIM card slot, a micro SD card slot, volume rockers, and a lock switch, which now lives on the side of the phone. Now on the top we just have a place for your IR blaster to live, and on the bottom is where the 3.5mm headphone jack and micro USB port all live. On the back side we'll find your typical HTC design, but with a huge change, a squarish looking camera module, and that's because it's packing a 20 megapixel Sony sensor which will do 4K UHD video and take, well, 20 megapixel photos. Now on the inside, the HTC One M9 has some decent upgrades. We're talking about a new Snapdragon 810 Octa-Core processor with one 2 GHz quad-core chip next to one 1.5 GHz quad-core chip, alongside 3 GB of RAM and the Adreno 430 GPU. And to power all of that is still a rather smallish 2,840 mAh battery, which is 240 mAh bigger than the HTC One M8. Now turning this guy on, we'll go through your normal HTC, and in this case T-Mobile affair. The setup is a mix of HTC Sense 7 and stock Android Lollipop when you're setting up your accounts. But once you're in, you are greeted with HTC Sense 7 on top of Android Lollipop 5.0.2. The biggest changes to Sense are really in form of aesthetics, color scheme, and also customization, but the overall user interface and interactions are all about the same as last year. Blink feed still lives on the left-hand side of the home screen, is pretty much untouched from last year, and you can open up your vertical app springboard just like before. One difference though is the smart app selection you see here on the home screen. This is actually a preloaded HTC widget that organizes the most used applications depending on where you are. So you could be either at home, work, or out, and it will show you the most used applications. So you can also disable this if you do not like it by just simply dragging the widget off the screen. Now the overall fluidity of the HTC One M9 is pretty darn good, probably one of the smoothest devices I've used so far. But we'll definitely put this phone through the test to report back for you in a full review. Now our review is going to be published in a couple days after this video has been posted, but I've had my HTC One M9 unit since March 24th of 2015, but we were not able to report up until March 30th. So make sure to keep your eyes on your sub box for our full in-depth review of the HTC One M9, and also our head-to-head dogfight between this phone and the Samsung Galaxy S6, and all of these will be coming in the next few days. So thanks for watching, and as always, my name is Marco Hanna, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.